Hello everyone! So today I'll be presenting an overview of Samsung, one of the world's largest and most influential conglomerates. From its humble beginning in South Korea to becoming a global leader in technology and other industry, Samsung's journey is truly remarkable. Samsung was founded in 1938 in Seoul, South Korea by Lee Byung-chul. It started as a trading company, primarily focused on food processing and textiles. Over the year, Samsung expanded into numerous sectors, growing into the diversified company we know today. The company we're most familiar with is Samsung Electronics, which was established in 1969. Samsung Electronics has become a leader in the technology industry, producing some of the most well-known products we use every day. Besides consumer electronics, Samsung operates several other major subsidiaries, which is Samsung Heavy Industry, for example, is a global leader in shipbuilding. Then there's Samsung C&T Corporation, which is handle major construction projects, including some of the world's most recognizable skyscrapers. Samsung Life Insurance is another example, standing as one of the South Korea's largest insurers.
Now, let's discuss the main reason why Samsung chose the source material from low-cost countries such as Vietnam, India, and China. Firstly, the labor cost advantages. Due to factors such as lower wages than in South Korea, Vietnam, and other regions, as well as the United States, Samsung is able to cut its production costs by sourcing from these countries. These cost advantages come in handy for Samsung. It is bid to minimize the cost of production so as to be in a position to charge competitive prices within the international market. Second, there are the high manufacturing capabilities of China and Vietnam that Samsung operated with. In this country, much of the infrastructure needs, such as factories that specialize in advanced electronic production, already exist. They have the ability to mass produce components that is imperative for Samsung to be able to satisfy the global demand for its products such as mobile phone and television. By having such high volume production facilities, there will be no problem for Samsung in meeting its overseas sales requirements. Last but not least, there is the benefit of skilled labor. Vietnam, India, and China all have trained labor forces who are skilled in electronic and precision engineering. This means that Samsung can have its trust on local forces for the production of parts like semiconductor, display, and battery to quality. Even though there is outsourcing of production, Samsung quality is not compromised since they work with these skilled persons.
Samsung is a highly integrated multinational corporation that designs, manufactures, and sells a wide variety of products from smartphones and televisions to semiconductors and displays. Given the high competition in the global market, especially in electronics, Samsung applies a low-cost country sourcing strategy to remain cost competitive and efficient in production. Samsung sources components from countries with lower labor and manufacturing costs to maintain competitive prices for their products. By focusing on reducing manufacturing costs without compromising on quality, Samsung can achieve better profit margins and offer affordable products to global consumers. For the purpose of this discussion, we'll focus on Samsung Electronics, the most recognizable subsidiary of the Samsung Group, which is a major player in the global market for consumer electronics and semiconductor manufacturing. As an example for the product is Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip is one of Samsung's flagship foldable smartphones, and like many of its high-technology products, it relies on a complex global supply chain for materials and components. Samsung leverages low-cost country sourcing to reduce production costs and enhance the competitiveness of its products. In the case of the Galaxy Z Flip, materials such as display panels, memory chips, camera modules, batteries, and even the phone's casing are sourced from various low-cost countries. Let's break down the material source for the Galaxy Z Flip and the specific countries involved. The first component is display panels, which is foldable OLED display. For material, the foldable OLED display is one of the key innovations in the Galaxy Z Flip. This display technology is extremely sophisticated and requires precision in both design and production. The sourcing country is from China and Vietnam. China remains a critical hub for Samsung display technology. Samsung's display business, Samsung Display, has significant operation in China, including the production of OLED panels. Additionally, Vietnam is a home to some of Samsung's other display production facilities, leveraging its low labor costs and high efficiency. The second component is memory chips, which is RAM, NAND, and flash. The material, the Galaxy Z Flip, like all smartphones, relies heavily on memory chips for storage, NAND flash, and processing DRAM. These components are crucial for ensuring smooth performance and efficient multitasking. The sourcing country is from Vietnam, China, and South Korea. While Samsung is based in South Korea, it also sources memory chips and related components from lower cost countries such as Vietnam and China, especially for the assembly of the devices. Samsung semiconductor operations in South Korea are world class, but assembly, packaging, and testing often occur in lower cost regions. The third one is camera modules. The material the Galaxy Z Flip features multiple camera modules, including a main camera and an ultra-wide camera. Camera modules are composed of various small components like lenses, sensors, and image processors. The sourcing country is from China and Vietnam. China and Vietnam are key locations for camera module assembly. China is a global leader in electronics manufacturing, and Vietnam provides a cost effective alternative with significant labor cost savings. Number 4 is batteries, lithium ion batteries. The material, the Galaxy Z Flip, uses lithium ion batteries, which are integral to any smartphone's operation. These batteries provide power to the device and are typically produced by large scale battery manufacturers. The sourcing country from China, Vietnam, and South Korea. China and South Korea are major players in the global battery market. Samsung itself manufactures batteries through Samsung SDI, a subsidiary of the Samsung Group. However, much of the production and assembly of these batteries happens in lower cost countries like China and Vietnam. Number 5 is phone casing and structural components, which is aluminum, glass, and plastics. The material, the Galaxy Z Flip's casing, is a combination of aluminum, glass, and plastic, which is used in the body and frame of the phone. The folding mechanism also requires highly specialized structural components that ensure the phone's durability when folded and unfolded repeatedly. The sourcing country is from China, Vietnam, and Malaysia. So countries like China and Vietnam are major hubs for sourcing raw materials and components from phone casing such as aluminum frames, glass covers, and plastic parts. Samsung also sources components from Malaysia, where major suppliers of plastic and metal parts are located. Lastly is circuit boards and PCBs, printed circuit boards. The material, the PCB, printed circuit board, is essential for connecting all the internal components of the Galaxy Z Flip, such as the display, memory chips, battery, and camera modules. The sourcing countries are from China, Vietnam, and Taiwan. So China and Vietnam are significant producers of circuit boards and electronic components, while Taiwan is a leader in semiconductor and PCB manufacturing. These regions provide cost-effective options for producing high-quality circuit boards.
Today, I will be discussing sourcing strategy from low-cost countries, specifically focusing on the economic, logistic, and market factor that influence Samsung choices. To start with the economic factor, Samsung sourcing from low countries like Vietnam and China to significantly reduce its production expenses. Labor and manufacturing costs in this country are much lower compared to developed countries like South Korea. By manufacturing in this region, Samsung can reduce overall costs, maintaining competitive pricing and improve profit margin. This cost advantage is essential for Samsung to stay competitive in the global electronic market. Next, let's look at logistical factor. Many low-cost countries have established logistic infrastructure, including efficient port and transport network. This setup helps Samsung streamline its supply chain, making it easier to transport goods worldwide. Additionally, several of these regions have special economic zones that simplify the import and export processes, further reducing shipping time and cost. All this contribute to a more efficient and cost-effective global supply chain for Samsung. Finally, market factor play a significant role. Low-cost countries like China and India are not just production hubs, but also represent a large growing consumer market by sourcing and manufacturing in this region. Samsung gained better access to this market, which allow it to deliver products more quickly and cater to local preferences. This proximity to key markets supports Samsung brand presence and boosts its sales potential. In summary, the choice to source from low-cost countries allows Samsung to benefit from reduced production costs, improved logistic efficiency, and proximate to major consumer markets. This strategy advantages strengthen Samsung global operation and help it maintain its position as a leading electronic company. Thank you for listening. I hope this gives you a better understanding of the factor driving Samsung sourcing strategy.
Alright, now I'll be discussing about Samsung approach to low-cost country sourcing. While this strategy can help Samsung reduce manufacturing costs, it also presents a unique challenge, especially for a company known for high standard and quality. Let's start with quality control. One of Samsung's biggest challenges in low-cost sourcing is ensuring consistent product quality, as suppliers in this region may not always have the same manufacturing standard. For Samsung, maintaining high quality is essential, especially for electronic and components. To tackle this, Samsung followed a few key strategies. First, they enforce strict suppliers evaluation, only partnering with suppliers that meet their standard. They also conduct regular audits and inspections to catch quality issues early on. And finally, Samsung invests in training and developing their suppliers to keep quality consistent across the board. Next up is supply chain disruption. Low-cost countries can face political instability, natural disaster, or infrastructure issues, all of which can delay Samsung production timelines. To handle these risks, Samsung diversifies its suppliers so that they don't rely too heavily on any one location. They also keep buffer stock of essential components to avoid production delays. Additionally, Samsung uses digital supply chain monitoring to stay on top of risks and respond quickly. Now, let's talk about logistics and transportation. Sourcing from low-cost country means Samsung has to manage complex logistics, like long-distance shipping and customs delay, which can slow down production. To counter this challenge, Samsung collaborates with leading logistic partners to improve shipping reliability. They also have strategically located manufacturing hubs closer to key markets, reducing the distance and cost of transporting components. Finally, they use advanced forecasting models to predict demand and optimize inventory, so everything arrive on time. In conclusion, while low-cost country sourcing present challenges like quality control, supply chain disruption, and logistic and transportation, Samsung managed this risk with a range of proactive strategies.
Thank you from us.